We wanted to break down this breaking news coming out of this whole IRS whistleblower investigation, if you will.
Right. So to set the stage for everyone, you'll remember that there was a whistleblower that came before Congress, said, I want to make protected disclosures through the whistleblower statutes. And that whistleblower was saying that the political process was infecting the IRS investigations into a high-profile investigation. All the news reported that to be Hunter Biden, although the whistleblower was not making that disclosure because they were keeping the protected status. But then we found out last week that that whistleblower was removed. He or she and their entire investigative team were removed from the investigation. Now, that same law firm that's representing that first whistleblower, they sent a new letter to the commissioner of the IRS, Danny Werfel, not the same one from the Florida Gators, but
Thank you for the clarification.
He has a message that was sent up to leadership within IRS where another agent that was working on that same investigation says, when I said on multiple occasions that I wasn't being heard and that I thought I wasn't able to perform my job adequately because of the actions of the U.S. Attorney's Office and the DOJ, my concerns were ignored by senior leadership. This email that he sent to leadership then got a response from Assistant Special Agent in charge suggesting, without any basis, according to these attorneys, that he may have illegally disclosed grand jury material in the email. So a chilling effect, threatening that, hey, you better be careful emailing your supervisors. You may be disclosing things and committing a crime, threatening basically a criminal investigation against this person. These lawyers aren't standing for it. They're sending a cease and desist, saying, stop intimidating these clients.
Honestly, we just got to bring a lot of attention to it. There's so much attention that needs to be brought to it. You're not seeing this as your number one story anymore. You're seeing this as something that moves on. It's easy to even look at this title. I was concerned when we were putting up this show that people are just going to think this is the whistleblower from last week because it feels like we're a little bit on repeat. But this is a whole new situation, and that's why we're here to expose this. Rick, it seems like each week we're seeing more and more corruption out of the FBI and out of the IRS. And now with these new disclosures, and we have agents trying to do the right thing. They're getting threatened with criminal investigations. I have a feeling you have some thoughts.
Yeah, Logan, I am calling from Tirana, Albania, a great NATO ally of ours. And I would say that everyone who is concerned about what's happening in the United States is talking about this issue. Here in Albania, I've been asked about what's going on with the FBI. Can they be trusted? And I think that what you have to understand is that we were the country that had an intelligence service that was impeccable and above reproach. And what we're finding out is that that is not true. There are individuals at the top of the FBI, at the top of intelligence agencies that have acted very inappropriately by being partisan. And that's how countries fall. This is a terrible situation.
You bring up that it seems widespread and that the world is watching. One of the concerns we have is that each time that one of these agencies, whether it be the IRS, the FBI, the ODNI, whenever some sort of disparate treatment is exposed of the way they're treating people on the left versus the right, they always seem to say, oh, thanks for bringing that to our attention. We've cleaned it up. But each week we get new revelations that it continues and it's much worse than we thought. We need Congress to clean this up. Can they get it done?
Certainly there are people who want to get it done, but there's not enough. There are not enough politicians that are focused on this. You ask any immigrant to the United States, any first or second generation immigrant, and they will tell you this is such a serious problem. Now, there's a whole bunch of people who have been in the United States for 4, 5, 6 generations who ignore this, who think, oh, well, they just clean it up and they move on. But those individuals who came from other countries, who know the weaponization of the intelligence agencies and what it can do, are fearful. We have too many people in Washington, whether they're politicians or reporters, who are extremely dismissive. That FBI statement saying this happened and we've already cleaned it up, so go about your business, was so offensive to people who are really nervous. And I'll finish with this. What people like Avril Haines need to realize that she has on her hands an incredible credibility problem for the intelligence agencies. Anyone who works in an intel agency needs to understand this is a crisis of credibility for them. If they don't clean this up, then the American people will continue to not have faith in these institutions, and we will spiral out of control. It is a literally red alert to clean this up, and we need to see action.